And another successful run to O'Reilly's. Had what I needed, as usual. So today will be a little mashup of a lot of stuff. One of the things I realized was when I was fitting the belt is my upper bracket that I made for the power steering pump is out a little bit too far. So I got to remake that thing a little bit, thin it up, tuck it in tight to the block, and I think that will resolve that. And I got the new belts now and did another parts run this morning. Got stuff here, stuff down there in bags and whatnot. So I got a lot of random stuff to get moving on some of this stuff. So let's see where we land, but I think I'm going to start with the accessories and kind of get those finalized, and radiator hoses and maybe radiator mounts, and just kind of fumble through. Let's see where we land. Should be interesting. But I'm still on the goal of, I would love to hear this thing pop off tonight. Like, I just can't do it too late in this neighborhood. So wish me luck, I can get it done early enough. So I'm working on getting the radiator mounted, welded a crossbar across the bottom, and I'm just going to bolt it through with just a little piece of rubber between it for right now, just to get going. So I got that cross brace in there welded, but now I got to drill a hole where I can get a bolt down to it, and it's way down beside the radiator. So it's way down beside the radiator, beside that power steering line, and that bottom foot way down there. and I'm not working in my normal environment, so I got no long drill bits, and that's like 2 feet long anyway. So he had one of these hex drives that's 1/4 inch, so that's good. It was dull, so I sharpened it on the grinder. That worked out good. And then I got the 1/4 inch adapter here, going to a 1/4 inch extension, to another 1/4 inch extension, to a 1/4 inch socket, with that drill bit in the end of it to get down there. And there is a little wobble here, in case you can't tell, but we got it done safely, so we'll get it done. Because all my other drill bits are the regular chuck style that clamp in, so I needed something with a hex to be able to put it in a socket to get down there. And he had one thinner one. I was able to use that to get it started on this one side because it kept walking. And then sharpened up this 1/4 inch one. Worked out perfect. So one of the things to always keep handy is rolls of gasket material. Like, I'm trying to steamroll through this thing, and I forgot a thermostat gasket. I got a thermostat. I forgot to get a thermostat gasket. Thermostat I had in stock in my pile of stuff, but I grabbed this just for anything and everything. So that's good. So just chop off a little piece of it, and then you got your thermostat housing as a template. And you just kind of hold it on there. And you can try and cut around the edge and then cut around the middle. It's totally fine. But there's also when it's complicated shapes and stuff like that, you can use a hammer and just kind of tap on the edge. It's a pretty well known thing to do. So let's do it real quick. Actually, let's stop here. Let's see if I can do this. I'll be in camera. What about this somewhere? Trying not to bang right on the car because it's going to be wicked loud. There we go. There we go. Still on camera? Yep. Yeah, so you just kind of bang off the edge at a little bit of an angle, and it'll usually cut the gasket. If you want to be a little more gentle, you can just kind of lightly tap it, and it'll give you a witness mark, and then you can razor blade it out. Same thing with the inside edge. I just tend to use the ball peen side on the inside edge so you're not stretching the gasket too much. Then you have a perfect circle gasket if you need it for anything. But you got that gasket. You come over and you do the same with the bolt holes. And this is where the ball peen hammer comes in real handy because it's such a small area. And I have a small ball peen I like to use in my toolbox, but I'm not there. A little bit more of these. There you have a usable thermostat gasket. Got it. She may not be perfect, she may not be flawless, but that will seal. That'll get the job done. I think it was my second boss, Adi. Adi, if you're watching this, which I think you do, thank you for the tip. I think you told me that when I was like 15 or 16. Still using it to this day. So as much as I want to bolt these headers on, zoomies, whatever you want to call them, and fire this thing, I don't want to have to backtrack. So I'm going to mess with making the Z-bar brackets that I need to make because that's under the headers. That should be a reasonably small job. I think I have a pretty quick way to do it. Not going to be super pretty, but it'll be solid. So I'm going to work on that, and then once that's done, I'll do the starter, and I think I want to weld one more brace on that header. Then I can bolt those on. And once those are fixed, mounted, and done, then I'll do spark plugs and distributor and all that jazz. So let's see how fast I can do the Z-bar, because I'd like to fire this before it's too late tonight. I really want to fire it tonight. No guarantees, but I really want to. Keep your fingers crossed for me.
go. I know you can't see too much detail in the time lapse, but I just made an angle bracket, and that weld is working a lot better on the thick metal. It just doesn't like the start and stopping on the thin stuff. But those are some happy welds. Brace it off the corner here a little bit. This shouldn't take a lot of tension. So that's pretty good. Everything's nice and in line. And things pivots freely. Got a little slop in it side to side. But yeah. That's done. Bomb a little paint on that and put some spark plugs in it. Start putting the headers on.
Alright, so just another gasket snafu. Got the more expensive ones, the chromatic exhaust gaskets. They're more expensive than the regular ones. They're like supposed to be like metal and compressed and way less likely to blow out. Guess I should have looked at the package a little better. Look at that. Where's the camera coming from? Look at that tiny little bit of area beside the bolt. Now keep in mind that the area that the bolt has to go into, you look, the ear of that bolt will totally cover it. Now the pipe that comes through with the sealing surface isn't under the bolt, it's inside the bolt. So essentially there's no sealing surface on the sides of these gaskets at all. This is nonsense. This is absolutely nonsense. Like, how can this just be on the shelf as a performance product? How can it be being sold like that? It doesn't fit anything. Like, let's see. How's this one? Yeah, so this isn't the header I'm using. This one here actually has a little bit more meat around it. But if you look, let's throw that bolt. There we go. Bear with me. Wasn't ready for a show and tell. Well, like even this one, if you look, you can pretty much see over into that bolt passage over on this one here. There's no need for it to be that big. That one might actually just barely seal. And then look at the sliver in the middle. That might as well be nothing. But the ones I'm using haven't even, like, see, this one has like a massive weld around it. These are the blockaders that don't work. And these are hooker headers. These were hooker headers before I chopped them up. Let's see if I can do this from behind here. Come on. Yeah, I can't get a good line of sight on this stuff. But see, like, see beside that bolt hole? There's only that little sliver right there. That's terrible. There's no need for them to be that wide. There isn't a small block Chevy head that has a port that diameter, because the threads for the bolt would break through the side of the port if they had them that close. So anyway, sorry to seem aggravated, but looks like I'm shutting down, loading up, and going to the pot store before they close so I can get another set of gaskets so I can bolt these headers on. Because I just want to bolt the headers on. I want to bolt the headers on and be that much closer to starting. So anyway, sorry I had to vent, but I'll check back in. Next one will just be me time lapse and putting this thing together. These ones got almost no meat between the bolt and the flange. See, there's a regular gasket. There's a decent amount. Still like to see a little bit more, but that's way better than that. That's a different company. It's crazy.
long as there's enough juice in the battery, she's going live. Ready or not, here she comes. happy with that.
There you go.
All right, well, I got the carburetor bolted on. I got a distributor thrown in it, plug wires on it, and both headers are bolted on. This is the legit first fire. Should fire right up. I filled up the front bowl, I think, on the carburetor. I'm not sure if the float's stuck, if it took it or not. But let's see what's going to happen. Yeah. I'll apologize to my eardrums now, and to Chris's eardrums. Sorry, Chris's eardrums.
Yeah.
And apologize to the neighbors. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry.
All right.
Not really sorry, but
Yeah.
it's the thought that counts, though, with the apology.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Like, hey, sorry about that. Not so much.
Yeah. Oh boy. This is a moment of truth.
This is it.
What's going to happen?
It's gonna happen.
What's going to happen?
What
is it? All right, so I heard something in the distributor. It's an untested distributor also, along with a lot of other stuff. So. Ooh. Ah. I wonder if she's 180 out. She could be 180 out.
You get all the timing.
Did I do a compression? No, it's acting like 180 out. Let me just do it this way. Just chrome for a second. I highly doubt it. Nope. Yeah, she's 180 out. All right, we'll revisit. All right, go ahead, fire it off. All right. So I did it. I'm that guy. I had the distributor in 180 out. All right, now's the moment of truth. Let's see what's going to happen here. Keep it going. Now, try and get a little more fuel in that top. I think we're just running off of enough for the accelerator pump. There we go. I see the float moving now.
All right. Get some gas in it now.
I was hesitant to put too much in it earlier. I didn't want to flood the thing out. All right, now we're in business. As long as there's enough juice in the battery, she's going live. Ready or not, here she comes. I'm happy with that.
There you go.
All right, fire it off. You live, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Last one again. Sorry, neighbors. Just one more time. I gotta get my fix here.
All right.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Sorry. That's the last one.
Not sorry. You get no fire though.
Live, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Last one again. Sorry, neighbors. Just one more time. I gotta get my fix here.
All right.
That was healthy.
Sorry. That's the last one.
Not sorry.
Well, the neighbors definitely know it's running. And I don't think the video is going to do it justice as to how loud it actually is. But that was incredibly satisfying. Like, that's the drive to like steamroll and really stop pushing. I still have a long way to go. Still don't have clutch pedals, brake pedals, gas pedal. I still don't have a brake system. The rear end is still sitting in the bed of my truck in pieces. I gotta do seals in that, axles, build all the brakes, and cut all the brackets off that are on it now. Get this rear end out, put it in there, make the purchase, and get that pinion angle set. Still gotta do a drive shaft, seat, and finalize the steering. I gotta blow a new hole for the steering and whatnot. So there's still a ton of work. There's no guarantee I'm gonna make it at this point, but it's alive, and that is absolutely thrilling. So yeah, I even uncovered the Camaro to say hi, let it at least hear it. You know, the Camaro's been neglected a bit, so now it knows there's another member of the family that's a little aggressive like itself. So this is where we're at. The coolant system is pretty much done. I may do a small shroud over the top to get it to suck more from the top if I have time. This is fine for the track. I got the return line to do on the power steering pump. That's why I took the belt off of that. And then I got to reclock the alternator, throw that in, put that belt on, and I got to swap the gear on the distributor. I want to put a bronze gear on it because I do not know what that cam is. And complete fuel system and everything else. And then still need time to do some of the rust repair on it to make it a little more structurally sound. Whew, that's a long list and a short amount of time to do it. It's Friday night and this event starts next Friday afternoon. Let's see what happens.